Genetic evolution is a process that allows you to obtain the genetic value for animals and peoples for one or more characteristics.
Using in humans, but in animals too. For example, a cow needs to reproduce, and the cow is searching a bull. And for example, the cow say, "Oh, I need to reproduce. I'm going to evaluate this bull. The bull have good body, is corpulent, and had good health." And the cow see the bull and say, "Oh, if I reproduce with this bull, I'm going to have a baby with good body, corpulent, and good health." And that can be an example of the evaluation of a cow to a bull.
It's because sometimes when the parents could help or the ancestors, the children can get genes or they can to have the same rangers, whether they are the her or is.
Regardless of the genes of the parents, the fact that the parents have good genes is not going to ensure that the animal doesn't not come out with some either disease. As cancer, it is a disease is active and inactive.
Some diseases are genetically already active, or some animals or people can adhere them for themselves.
The genetic evolution of cows is very simple, since it is about genes and physical appearance.
If a dairy cow have a good body and give good milk, they should get a bull that have also same characteristics and good health.
This is done by genetics test to know how good their genetics are, so they can reproduce and have breeds with good genetics.
The process of all this is done in a laboratory. They take blood tests of the two animals, and if the results go well, they put the two animals in a cage and they wait until they mate.
Something good is that if it is a dairy cow and the cow milk delicious, the genes are generated in the other cow. They can come out with the same physical operation, etc.
But we need to consider the process in laboratories are working in animals. And who knows, because probably a scientific are working for a vaccine for a disease and can have a good effect or a good result in an animal. But when we change this to the humans can have like some problems or can go bad. And this fear allows persons because they are afraid to suffer the side effects.
But that is the best way for create a vaccine or medicine because they are almost the same as us. And we can use a human because it is dangerous and can kill the human who use the medicine. A human life is more important than animal life. Moreover, before applying these medicines, the scientifics use first animals to guarantee the safety of the human. My solution for avoid this affray is show the people who this produce are repeatedly to guarantee the safety of the human.
Since you mentioned humans are going to total genetic evaluation in this species, more than anything in human genetics, it can suffer from various diseases from due to a bad evaluation. An example may be that human behind cannot reproduce is because if can that the genes have the problem of one of the parents, and that is why the people undergo genetic tests to find out if they suffer from hereditary diseases.
In the humans also work. For example, a woman has been unfaithful to her husband, and the father needs to know who is the father of the baby, and the woman do genetic evaluation to know.
The good thing about human being tested is that they will be able to tell they have disease like cancer or other disease may be easier to take care of yourself. Uh, so that the children do not come out with a bad genetics, then that is a good thing to know before breed.
This is not true because while they waiting the results, they will feel anxiety and a lot of stress. Um, because they want to that the results are positive, so they're gonna suffer these bad things. And uh, according of the results, they're gonna do whatever they want because they are in love. So they want to create a family. So independent if the DNA results are good or bad, they're gonna have a child because this is what they want. And according to the a website Wikipedia, the the disadvantage of the genetic manipulation is the long-term side effects that is produced because the change of the genes of the DNA. Because this uh, can be more productive with the humanity. Can transform us more productive, but also affects the biochemical natural cycle of the biodiversity of the ecosystems. It is true science investigate and decide everything about is not always, but science most of the time the joy is the relative when knowing that their children have their genes is the happiest they can have to them.
Maybe you if it's sometime very happy of their relate if the genes of it are good, but if their genes are like cancer of some type is of this it does not think they want them to inherit it.
And I agree with your comment. Because if families have children and the genes are in a really good conditions, they can resist some diseases such as COVID-19 in the actual life. And if the genes are in a good condition, they will have a long time of life. And finally, that will be happy to the family because their children will have a long time, and for the children because he will have a long life.
Okay, the two as lastly right, but it depends on the person who take the situation, and also if the test is goes well or is poorly.
For predicted disease like cancer, we need to use the genetic, but that only gives a probability. It's impossible to predict the 100% of a disease. My possible solution is the humans procreate with other humans with good genes, like the animals, who see only the genes of animal and know the feelings or something like that. For have children with good genes and avoid disease like cancers. That is not the best way or human way, but is a probable solution.
That is true, we can always expect that our children are born with good genetics and when there is a great number of the genes that are not very good, it prevents our good genetics from being passed for the baby.